0-0 at halftime, and Emory came out with an absolute onslaught of attacking material to put 6 in the net. And here we go to start the second of our doubleheader. Oglethorpe welcoming North Carolina Wesleyan. Ethan Martinez in possession for Oglethorpe, finds right back Lucas Brown. Lucas goes through to Daniel Gardner. We got an early whistle, foul on the Battling Bishops. Free kick for the Stormy Petrels, which is about 30 seconds into this matchup. Oglethorpe come into this afternoon's game with a 2-1-1 record, and NC Wesleyan are winless on the season, 0-3-0. Oglethorpe will send the ball back to the goalkeeper, Sebastian Lewis. If you're overlooking the field from my vantage point, Oglethorpe are going right to left in their all-white uniforms, and going left to right in the blue tops, navy blue shorts, will be the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. And trying to go through early was Jackson Biggs, unable to maintain possession. Ball finds itself at the feet of the goalkeeper, Elliot Hellender. And the Stormy Petrels doing a great job of pressing, covering all those spaces right here in the attacking third. Lucas Brown intercepts the pass, plays it centrally to Biggs. Biggs get a shoulder on it to push it forward a little bit more. Keeping it out of the goal was Dan Post. He gets a clearance also to keep it from going out for a Stormy Petrel corner, and a left-footed shot. Sails wide left by Anthony Roos, but it had a deflection. It will be a corner for the Stormy Petrels, and Ethan Martinez will take the ball over to the left side to take this corner. He looks to be left-footed, so if we do get a corner, it will be an in-swinger. Nope, he's going to leave it, and it looks like the captain, Van Marter, will step over and take this corner. Van Marter is a senior out of Hilton Head, South Carolina. He's got the right foot from the left side, so this will in-swing. Got 5 bodies with white shirts in the box. The corner is away, beautifully spun, far post, left-handed smack clearance by a Hellender. And clearing the ball out of pressure will be the Battling Bishops for a Stormy Petrel throw-in. Deep into the defensive third of the Battling Bishops go the Stormy Petrels. And it looks like Lucas Brown will take the throw for the home team. Nope, looks like it's going to be Van Marter. He comes all the way from the left side from the corner to take the throw. Ball comes back to his feet. He goes far post looking for Martinez, who just needed a couple more inches of height, and he would have been able to head that one home. Nicholas Saltua switches fields all the way from the right side to the left. Lots of space here for the Battling Bishops. Jack Mudd, 1v1 with Van Marter, top left of the 18. Mudd almost able to beat Van Marter, but Van Marter gets a right foot in at the nick of time to clear the ball out. Here comes Anthony Roos up the central part of the field. He gets the ball taken off his feet via a slide tackle, but it goes right back to his teammate, Christian Watson. Watson will restart centrally in the back. Jake Duncan Smith. Duncan Smith plays it out to the left side. Ethan Martinez. Montez back to Watson. Watson sails all the way back to Sebastian Lewis. Lucas Brown on the right side of the defense for Oglethorpe. Has lots of space in front of him, being closed down by Mikkel Christensen. Brown goes in the air all the way to the left side. Hits off the head of a Battling Bishop. Finds the feet of Watson. He sends it centrally. Looks like it hit the hand of Van Marter. Referee says play on. The captain trying to use some fancy footwork at the top of the 18. Gets it taken off his foot, but it goes right back to the feet of Roos. Roos to Brown. Brown to Nkosi. He goes centrally looking for Biggs. Cleared away by Nathan Solomon. One out of the air by Roos. Nice defensive play there by Christopher Sorby for the Battling Bishops. The Battling Bishops look to start a counterattack with lots of white jerseys in transition already. Ball comes from the left side all the way over to the right. Oglethorpe read it very well. Lewis gets the ball back to his feet. One times it to Luke Montez, who's in no rush. Montez in possession over on the left side of the defense for Oglethorpe. He's going to switch fields all the way over back to the right. Jake Duncan Smith. And steps it to Brown. Brown goes down the right side to Owen Van Marder. Van Marder was going centrally for Angelo. Just weren't on the same page. It's got to be offside as the ball goes over the back line of Oglethorpe. Looking for Mikkel Christensen. But unfortunately for him, he was a good 10, 7, 8 yards offside. Free kick for the Stormy Petrels. Good call by the official here on the near side. Five minutes into this one, Oglethorpe probably have the upper hand in possession. But so far, so equal for both squads. Throw in here for the Battling Bishops. Isaac Panyu will take this throw right here at half field. Off the thigh of Post. No, excuse me, that was Jordy Rodriguez. And as I say that, Panyu will foul Ethan Martinez. Free kick here for Oglethorpe. Reset centrally here for Oglethorpe. 50-50 battle in the central part of the field. Battling Bishops with an opportunity on the left side. The ball's played centrally, but just didn't get those hips swung far inwards enough. And Sorby will send it over the bar for a goal kick. Anthony Roos and Owen Van Marder will look to lead this Oglethorpe University squad on the pitch. Both the leaders looking to go central. Dan Post wanted an offside call. He didn't get it. Here comes Martinez. 3v1 into the 18. He goes down. Referee says, nah. No foul. Battling Bishops back in possession here centrally. Jordy Rodriguez plays it out to the left flank. Christopher Sorby continues that play down the left side. Just gives it a bit too much gas as it goes into the box and onto the feet of Sebastian Lewis, who quickly plays it out to Jake Duncan Smith, who's got 10 yards of space on either side, but he opts for Roos. Roos one-times it back to Lewis. Lewis swings it left side to Luke Montez, who's closed down immediately by John Hassan. Montez forced to go back to Lewis, who one-times it back to Montez, still on the left side. Oglethorpe in a dangerous position there, and Montez not really on the same page with either of his teammates. He had Jake Duncan Smith in the 18. He opted to go back further deep to Sebastian Lewis, but didn't go centrally enough, and it flies over the back line for the first corner of the game for the Battling Bishops. This one's going to be from the right side, and John Hassan will take this corner. He's right-footed, so it's going to swing inwards. The ball is away, headed in the air, 50-50 ball, still up. Mikkel Christensen battling with Sebastian Lewis. The referee blows the whistle for a Battling Bishop foul. And Lewis feeling a little pain from that last play. He looks to be okay as he goes down, hands on his knees. And he may take this free kick right off his own 6-yard line, and he does. He'll take it quick. Finds the feet of Jake Duncan Smith. Duncan Smith has pretty much full view of what he wants to do. He can go right, he can go left. He brings the ball to the left flank. Finds Montez. Montez goes all the way back to Lewis. Great defending here by the Bishops. They're closing down the gaps here on the wing. And you can see here Oglethorpe forced to go up through the middle, and the Battling Bishops were waiting for it. Ethan Martinez finds the ball at his feet from Van Marder. Van Marder to Roos. They'll come back out here to the left side. Montez takes a few touches, looks up. He goes to the middle looking for Biggs. Biggs doesn't get much on it. Finds the ball back at the feet of Jack Mudd. Mudd to Saltua. Nice quick passing here in the middle of the field for the Battling Bishops. Captain Dan Post in possession over on the far left side of the defense. He's going to use a right foot to clear it centrally, looking for Jordy Rodriguez. Anthony Roos was there to get a foot on it. Roos plays it out wide right to Owen Van Marter. The captain goes back to Lucas Brown. Brown defended well by Christensen. Finds the wide open Jake Duncan Smith. Duncan Smith was trying to play it out to the left side for a wide open Christian Watson. Just couldn't find the feet. Ball sails out for another Battling Bishop throw in. North Carolina Wesleyan, led by head coach Mark Bowman, assistant coach Cooper Hall, and of course at the helm for the Stormy Petrels, 23rd season at the helm will be Coach John Aiken. Looks to be another offside play here as Jack Mudd was wide open over on the far side, left side of the attacking field for the Battling Bishops, just a bit too far offside. Got a little too excited. Good call once again from the official here on the near side. Just about 12 minutes into this ball game. Score is still tied at 0. John P. Solomon Invitational. Oglethorpe University welcoming the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. The first of our doubleheader saw Emory Eagles defeat the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors 6-0. And we'll see what the Stormy Petrels and the Battling Bishops have to say here with plenty of time remaining in the ball game. Both teams playing very well so far. I feel that Oglethorpe wants to string some passes together, but they panic when they can't find an open man. They'll go deep. And I can't say that it's not the same for the visiting Battling Bishops. Lewis gets it through. Bad touch. Here comes Ethan Martinez. 1v1 with the goalkeeper. He keeps it on the ground and goes to the bottom right of the near post. And Ethan Martinez puts the Stormy Petrels up 1-0 with 33 to go in the first half. Guys, I can't tell you how big of a mistake that was in the back for the Battling Bishops. They had possession. They had Martinez stopped dead to rights, but Martinez kept that engine going, able to poke a foot in, put the ball in some space, ran onto it, and beats Elliot Hellender to the near post and makes it 1-0 on the afternoon. Man, just like that, Oglethorpe get on the board. Just a bit of a defensive, I don't want to say a mistake because there's 3 players around Martinez. I'm just going to call it just a lapse of communication. But that's what you use these tournaments for. You use the beginning of the season to knock the kinks out. Use that WD-40, if you will, to relieve some rust. And looking to go down the right wing, trying to find John Hassan was unsuccessful. Nathan Solomon will have to regroup. Stormy Petrel throw in. Looking for Daniel Gardner. He wanted a foul. Referee disagreed. And Martinez will restart the attack as he finds Van Marter. Van Marter opts for the forward play, goes back to Lucas Brown, who goes high up through the middle looking for Biggs. But Biggs looked like he came back from an offside position to receive that ball. Good call once again from the officiating crew to put the flag up. Battling Bishops restart very quick. Captain Jack Mudd in possession. Brings it back over to the right side for Solomon. Solomon to Pagno. Hellender. Off the thigh of Mikkel Christensen, trying to maintain possession. Referee thought it was just a bit too much pressure there by Jake Duncan Smith. Blows the whistle for the foul, and once again, the Battling Bishops begin early. Beautiful ball from Jordy Rodriguez. Ball's played across from left to right, looking for number 55, John Hassan. But well done in the defensive prowess from Luke Montez to save a goal for the Stormy Petrels. Wide open at the back post were the Battling Bishops, just unable to get a foot on it. Corner here for North Carolina Wesleyan. From the right side, Jack Rodriguez, right foot, out swinging corner on the way. Ball's played in beautifully. Leaped up in the air looking for the header was Nathan Solomon. finds the feet of Gareth Simers on the left side. Played in, headed away by Duncan Smith, and cleared away for some extra mud there by Owen Van Marter, looking for the goal scorer Martinez, but he was defended by 3 battling Bishops, and they maintain possession. Nicholas Saltua, another captain here, in possession here. Beautiful move to keep the ball off the feet of Martinez. He finds Rodriguez. Rodriguez to Solomon. Solomon swings it further right to Panu. Panu sails it right down the right wing to John Hassan, and it just sails a little bit too heavy as Hassan unable to keep it in bounds. Throwing here for the Stormy Petrels. Gonna go short to Roos. Roos tucks forward to Martinez. Martinez switches it all the way to the right side for the Stormy Petrel captain, Owen Van Marter. He didn't like what he saw, opts to go back to Lucas Brown. Lucas Brown finds Duncan Smith in the middle, who takes a few touches, carries the ball up the field, goes back right side to Lucas Brown. He tried to go down the right side. Nobody on the same page there for Oglethorpe. Biggs, Van Marter, nor Daniel Gardner knew what the other was going to do. Battling Bishops in possession in their own defensive third. They got to be careful. Biggs pressing Hellender. Hellender gets a clearance up through the middle, but it finds the feet of Lucas Brown, who one-times it back to Sebastian Lewis. Lewis is about 30 yards out from goal. Awfully dangerous position if you ask me. Montez. Back to Watson. Watson defended by Panu. Watson will be fouled. John Hassan just got a little too excited. Martinez will take the free kick very quickly, find the feet of Watson, who loops it over the back line, or attempted to. Finds a cutting Angelo Nkoski. Nice hesitation there from Solomon. Plays it through to the feet of Jordy Rodriguez. Rodriguez goes back to Simers. Simers finds Mudd. Mudd goes through the middle to Christensen. Christensen one-times it back out to the right side. Goes mildly through the middle there. Not too much heat on that cross. And you heard Sebastian Lewis call for it. Lewis gets a nice high punt, a little bit of a backspin, and coming out of the air was Jackson Biggs, just kind of undercutting Gareth Simers, who went up for the header. Referee calls the free kick for the Battling Bishops. And once again, they are in absolutely a huge hurry here. Not allowing any play to set up. They'll take the free kick very quickly here. And it looks like number 20, Angelo Nkoski, is holding about a pound of Aunt Betty's nut butter there, folks. This one's not going to be pretty. He's down. Take him a few seconds to shake that one off. He's being attended to by the officiating crew. Gives each team an opportunity to catch a breath, maybe go get a sip of water or whatever your hydration needs are. Clock was stopped with 24.5 to go in the first half. He doesn't need a substitution. He just needs a few seconds. Sometimes that pain lingers a little bit longer than any of us would like to appreciate. Some of the players, especially Van Marter, getting a quick word in with head coach John Aiken. We saw in game one the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors make a tactical change with about 10 minutes into the ball game. You like to see stuff like that, and it worked for a while, but it was just too much to handle against a team like the Emory Eagles. Haven't seen any sort of tactical changes between these two teams so far. Both coaches are impressed with what they see at the moment, and great sportsmanship there from Jake Duncan Smith as he sends it all the way back to Elliot Hellender for the Battling Bishops to reset and restart the game in possession. As I said, 27.5 to go here in the first half. Stormy Petrels up 1-0 at the hands of Ethan Martinez, beating Hollander low to the near post. Thank you so much for joining me wherever it is you may be, whatever device you may be listening or watching on. My name is Drew Dickinson for Soccer Down Here. I'll be at the helm here one or two more times this season. Oglethorpe University is a fantastic partner with Soccer Down Here, and we can't appreciate all the fun stuff that we do here for and with Oglethorpe University as they lead the Battling Bishops here in the John P. Solomon Invitational. This is the second of our doubleheader of the afternoon. Emory defeated the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors 6-0 to open up the day. And right now the Stormy Petrels are holding off the NC Wesleyan Battling Bishops 1-0. And as I say that, we've got about 4 players up and moving on that Battling Bishops bench. We'll see if any substitutions are imminent for the visitors. Meanwhile, Owen Van Marter beautifully carrying the ball down the right wing. Just not enough space out there as the ball goes right over that touchline for a Battling Bishop throw-in. He's going to be the leader out there. He's going to be the all-conference player for this Stormy Petrel team. Lewis finds the ball back at his feet from the right foot of Luke Montez. Montez gets the ball back and goes up the left wing looking for Watson. Watson had Panu on his back. Referee says play on. Here comes John Hassan down the right side. Plays it centrally, looking for Christensen. Christensen able to get a right foot in, but the ball sails wide right. Beautifully defended there by Lucas Brown. If Lucas Brown didn't have a body on Mikael Christensen, this one could have dang well been tied 1-1. But instead, great save and great defense from the Stormy Petrels. Corner for the Battling Bishops. Again, this will be taken from the right side. Rodriguez will be right-footed, so look for this one to outswing. He's going to keep it on the ground one time and just too high as John Hassan leans all the way back, and that one sails over the crossbar, and it will be a Stormy Petrel goal kick. And as we say that, a couple of players up and off the bench moving around here for the home team. We'll see if they have any substitutions they're going to want to implant into this ball game as they maintain a 1-0 lead with 24 and change to go in the first half. Nkosi looks to be okay from the earlier injury, but as I say that, he gives the ball right back to the Battling Bishops, and they'll reset in the back. Dan Post finds Simers. Simers out to the right side to Panu. Panu tried to beat Christian Watson. Watson able to get a foot in, and it will be a Battling Bishop throw-in right here at midfield. Isaac Panu will take the throw. Checking to him was Christensen, opened up some space, but couldn't throw it over the head of Jake Duncan Smith as Jordy Rodriguez was lingering on that right wing. Ethan Martinez, heavy touch, gives it right back to Solomon. Solomon spins, goes centrally. Ooh, ball goes right up under the foot of Saltua. He's able to get it back in possession, and he immediately goes long. Switching fields over to the right side, looking for John Hassan, defended by Christian Watson. But again, the official on the near side of the field gets the flag in the air for another offside call. And it will be a free kick for the home team in just a few seconds. Two shots on goal for the Stormy Petrels. One shot on target, and that one shot on target just happened to find the back of the net. Two shots for the visitors as well. Nice battle out here on the right side for the Battling Bishops, left side for the Petrels between Christian Watson and Isaac Panu. Look for that one to be a fun one as the game progresses. Not a size difference in height, as Lewis needs to be careful, almost loses the ball at his feet at the top of the 18. Jack Mudd tried to take the ball right off of his foot, unsuccessful. Almost could have spelled bad news for the home team. Ball's out on the left flank here with Luke Montez. One times it to Watson. Watson defended by Panu. He goes inside, cuts it back. Beautiful move. Great footwork here from the left winger of the Stormy Petrels. They'll find Duncan Smith again. He'll transition the ball back over to the right side. Lucas Brown felt the pressure, forced to bring the ball back to Sebastian Lewis, who's about 35, 40 yards out of the goal again. Playing like a sweeper keeper right here. It's going to go long. Finds itself over the head of Solomon. Can Watson get there? Just not fast enough. Helander steps off his line, comes to the top of the 18 to make the save, and just puts it on the ground for Solomon, who one times it up the middle for Rodriguez, hesitates to his left, goes back to the right, finds the ball at the feet of Hassan, one times it back to Rodriguez. He puts it to the feet of Isaac Panu, who then decides to opt back, switch fields over to the captain, Dan Post. Post then comes back right side, and Hassan one times it into the middle, just goes sky high up in the air, and off the head of Luke Montez. Looked for Watson. Watson unable to maintain possession, and the Battling Bishops find themselves with the ball at their feet inside the half of the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels. Rodriguez, heavy touch, cleared away by Duncan Smith, shot on goal and sails right over the bar. Was it tipped? The Battling Bishops claim that this one was tipped, and the official agrees. It's going to be a corner, and it will be taken by Santiago Calvalovara. He is left-footed, so it's going to in-swing from the left side. Goes to the back post. And one out of the air by the Bishops, but didn't get it goal-bound. It sails over the goal line, and it will be a goal kick for the Stormy Petrels. Van Marder and Mouse need to get themselves more involved in this ballgame. They seem to be the fire that makes this engine go for the Stormy Petrels. As opposed to the first few minutes of the game, Van Marder has not been involved much. Another battle between Panu and Watson. Helander with the ball at his feet inside his own 18. Once again, Bishops opt to go long. One out of the air by Duncan Smith to the feet of Nkosi. Back to Rouse. Rouse to Van Marder. Back centrally to Nkosi, and he gives it right to Solomon, who's got a little time. It looks like some jerseys are being pulled on for the Battling Bishops, as we've got two Stormy Petrels looking to check in at the scorer's table. Scorer's table, like it's basketball. They're at half field looking to check in with the fourth official. Cleared up through the middle, back to the feet of Duncan Smith. Felt the pressure from Jordy Rodriguez. Able to get the ball to the feet of Van Marder. Van Marder felt the pressure again. You can see the frustration as he was forced to go back to Sebastian Lewis. This kid wants to attack. Brown defended very well by Mudd. Tried to one-time it up the right flank to Van Marder, but Brown got a foot in, and it will be a Stormy Petrel throw right in front of their bench, but we'll have two substitutions for him. Jackson Biggs will get a breather. Daniel Gardner will get a breather. And checking in for Oglethorpe will be Andy Sanchez. And alongside Sanchez will be Stanley Etienne. Christensen will get a breather for the Battling Bishops. And checking in for him will be Max Diaz Zardi, excuse me. Helander clears it up through the middle, finds Rodriguez, receives, turns, looks up, plays it down the left flank, got some space. Lucas Brown's got some business to attend to. Ball's played across the middle, deflected off Brown. It will go out for a corner. And that was Jaden Delos, who attempted to play the ball across the middle. Brown deflected, and Delos will leave it for Jordy Rodriguez, who will march over to the left side to take this corner with 17 and a half to go in the first half, with Oglethorpe on top of the Battling Bishops 1-0. A right-footed corner from the left side. In swing, beautifully done. Headed away, up in the air by Duncan Smith. 50-50 at the top of the 18. Solomon Brings it back down for the Battling Bishops. Finds Rodriguez, who puts it back in the mixer. Headed away by Lucas Brown, who's going to be fouled as he clears the ball out of the 18, and it will be a free kick for the home team, who are in no rush. Even Owen Van Marter stepped back in the box to defend. That's how much he just wants to touch the ball. And you see it a lot. A lot of these center forwards, a lot of these attacking players, just to gain a little confidence, they'll step back in the defensive third of their own field and try and get a foot or just a touch on the ball, gain some confidence. And you saw that from Van Marter right there as Montez goes back to Lewis. Lewis goes out to the right side to Brown. Brown looking for Rouse, just not on the same page, gives it right back to the Battling Bishops. Long distance shot from about 25 out. Sails into the arms of Sebastian Lewis with ease. I believe that was Nicholas Sautu with that long distance shot. Another beautiful punt there as Solomon was all over Stanley Etienne. Referee says play on. Martinez looking for a second. Martinez goes far post and just goes too far as it sails over the goal line for another Battling Bishop goal kick. But you got to take your hat off. Ethan Martinez does not stop running. Lewis with the ball back at his feet, goes up through the middle, finds Rouse. Rouse out to Brown. Beautiful run from Van Marter down the right flank. Opens up some space in the middle for Martinez. He tries to go back heel, looking for Etienne. And Etienne's going to storm into the 18 and commit a foul on Nathan Solomon, which will result in a NC Wesleyan free kick. And Hellender takes it fast. Long run right up the middle there by Tom Rowntree. It wasn't seen. And here comes Oglethorpe. Andy Sanchez loses the ball. Rowntree out to the left side. Beautiful run centrally. An even better defensive run there. Just to put his body in between the man and the ball to slow down the run there was Jake Duncan Smith. And Max Diaz Elizardi applying some pressure, and this does not spell good news for the Stormy Petrels as Jake Duncan Smith is down inside the 18, and this is a great opportunity for both teams to catch a breather, get some water, as the training staff will step on to the pitch and attend to Jake Duncan Smith. He's a junior from Hampton, Georgia, anchoring that defense here this afternoon for the Stormy Petrels. And yeah, both teams will use this opportunity to catch a quick rehydration break. And I'll tell you what, you can hear, I'm sure you can hear the wind, but it still doesn't take much away from the sun. As I said in the first game, it's an absolute perfectly beautiful day for some soccer here in Brookhaven. Not a cloud in the sky. And I would assume the temperature on the field is about 15, 20 degrees hotter than it is anywhere else. So hats off to the 22 players on the field giving it their all. Right now, with 14 and some change remaining in this first half, Oglethorpe still on top of the Battling Bishops 1-0. All right, the official has called the crews back out on the field. Here we go. We're back underway, and I believe Duncan Smith is okay as he is waved back onto the field by the official. So we have all 11 players back out on the field, and we're ready to go. Big punt there from Lewis, my gosh. Montez steps in from the left back position to put a header centrally in that offensive third for Oglethorpe. Now the ball is at the feet of Owen Martyr, defended by Saltua. Saltua brings him down. He is frustrated, doesn't believe it was a foul. The official blows the whistle. Owen Van Marter will have the free kick on that right side as the captain pulls up the armband back up higher onto that left arm. go. 5 white shirts inside the box awaiting this free kick from the right side from Van Marder. He plays it in beautifully. Lucas Brown steps in, gets a foot on it, just puts it straight up in the air, cleared away by the Battling Bishops. Israel Monsanto taps it out. No, the referee says Martinez taps it out. Throw in here for Panu. Gives it back to Solomon. Elliot Headlander, the ball at his feet inside his own 18. Goes up the middle, finds the feet of Rowntree. Rowntree back to Hellander. Solomon in possession of on the right side of the Battling Bishop defense. Finds Rodriguez. He's shut down by Rouse. Still able to maintain possession. Attempts to go up the right wing. Deflected off the left heel of Christian Watson. And we'll get another NC Wesleyan substitution. And we'll have Dan Post get a breather. And I'll let you know who, I think that's Cole Sheehan, who checked in for the captain at the center back position. Beautiful header there by, who's that? That was Max Diaz, Elizardi. But chased down by Lucas Brown. Brown taps it out. I'm sorry, Luke Montez tap it out, and it will be a Battling Bishop throw-in. Panu opted for a Jordi Rodriguez throw, but goes into the box instead. Van Marder stepping in to get a foot on the clearance, puts it right back to the feet of Rodriguez, who swings it farther out to the left. Jaden Delos gets the ball knocked off his foot by Oglethorpe. Throw in. Back to the feet of Delos. He's defended by Van Marder. Now back to Saltoa. Panu. Back to Monsanto. Monsanto back to Solomon. Heavy foot there from Cole Sheehan. He's got to be careful. Martinez will make you pay, as he's already done it once this afternoon. And stepping in to win the tackle in the middle of the field was Andy Sanchez. He wins a foul. Free kick, Stormy Petrels. What a ball game, folks. Thank you so much for joining wherever you may be listening. My name is Drew Dickinson, and we are live right here at Oglethorpe University, where the Stormy Petrels and the Battling Bishops are going to war. 10 minutes to go in the first half. It's 1-0 in favor of Oglethorpe. Duncan Smith goes back to the goalkeeper, Sebastian Lewis, who's about 50 yards out of his goal. Maybe 40, but 50 sounded a lot more cooler. Beautifully done here on the right flank. Israel Monsanto taking it off the feet of Lucas Montez. Rodriguez, defended by Sanchez. Loops it over. Rouse and Rowntree, 50-50 ball. Rowntree won that battle. But Elizarde gets the ball taken right off his feet by Luke Montez. And as Duncan Smith tried to lay it off to Montez, unable to do so, goes out for a Battling Bishop throw and taken very quickly by Panu. Finds the chest of Elizarde. He tries to bring it back down, put it to the feet of Panu. He finds the feet of Rodriguez instead. Rodriguez puts it beautifully through, looking for Isaac Panu. That's Isak Panu, and just not enough field left before the ball goes out of bounds. Goal kick for Oglethorpe. Nice bit of passing, nice bit of playing here in the offensive third for the visiting Battling Bishops. They've had 5 shots to Oglethorpe's 3. Just unfortunate for NC Wesleyan, one of Oglethorpe's 3 shots have gone in. Sebastian Lewis has the ball at his feet inside his own 18. Hesitated to go long. Puts it forward a little bit more, then goes long right up the middle. Nice deflection there from Etienne. Van Marder into Martinez. Great positioning there from number 51, Nathan Solomon, to force another corner and to keep the ball out of the net for the Battling Bishops. What a play from the defender. corner from the right side for Oglethorpe. Van Marder, I would assume, will take this one as well, as Martinez is going to show for a short ball. And look what it's doing. Martinez and Watson are both showing for a short ball, and it brought two defenders with them. But this one looks like a busted play. Let's see if Oglethorpe can climb out. Van Marder back to Martinez. Nice little left-footed dip over to the far post. And it goes to the feet of Rodriguez, who plays at one time up the line for Monsanto, but he's unable to maintain any offensive possession, taken off the feet by Duncan Smith, who gets a long shot attempt, about a 40-yarder, and it sails over the crossbar for a Battling Bishop throw-in with just 8 minutes to go in the first half. Five shots for each team, 2 shots on goal for North Carolina Wesleyan, 1 shot on goal for the Stormy Petrels, and that shot was the one that gave them the lead. As I said, the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops are led by head coach Mark Bowman, and John Aiken leads the Stormy Petrels for the 23rd season. Here come the Stormy Petrels. Nkowski goes central, trying to find Etienne, unsuccessful as the Battling Bishops get a foot on it and clear it away. Elizarde comes from an offside position to be the first to touch it, and there's an offside flag up on the near post. Referee blows it away as the Petrels maintain possession and actually are awarded a throw-in deep into the defensive third of the Battling Bishops. Van Marder will take the throw. He goes into the box, looking for Etienne. Stanley unable to bring it down to his feet, cleared away by North Carolina Wesleyan. And here comes Jaylene Delos. He could have used that speed to bring the ball down the field a little bit more. He passed it through the middle, but no one was there. And Sebastian Lewis carries the ball back into his own 18. And very smartly, he will draw the man in and then pick it up. Wasting time. Well, wasting is a bad word to use. Using the clock at your advantage. Let's go with that. And Lewis has done a great job with that tonight. And a beautiful punt. My gosh. It was about 70 yards all the way into the opposition goal box. Another goalie wars session here on the afternoon. Montez finds the feet of Watson. Watson tried to dance over on the sideline, but got the ball taken right off his feet by Isak Panu. And Panu pressured by Angelo Nkowski, who tapped it out and awarded Oglethorpe a throw-in. We had someone shin guard fly out here. Might have been Martinez, but he's got the ball at his feet and taken away. There is a shin guard in the middle of the field. Unsure who it is, but here comes Etienne. He tried to play it over to the left side to Martinez. Read very well by the Battling Bishops, and Van Marder looked for Martinez again. Nathan Solomon tried to play the ball back to his goalkeeper from his head, but didn't get it where he wanted to, allowing Ethan Martinez to get the ball back for the Petrels. Christian Watson, nice back heel down the wing. Martinez back to Watson. Watson goes to the middle to Nkowski. Almost played a hospital ball over to the right side to Brown, who one times it tries to go over the goalkeeper's head, who was about 10 yards out of the goal mouth, but it sails over the crossbar for a goal kick instead. And I think that's Caden Greenfield, who is checking in for the Stormy Petrels. He will relieve Christian Watson, sophomore from Ackworth, will get a breather. As I said just a few moments ago, he has had quite the battle down the left side for Oglethorpe against Isak Panu for the Battling Bishops. Four and a half to go in the first half. Still 1-0 Stormy Petrels on top of the Battling Bishops. Hellender finally able to clear it out of his box, goes long through the middle. Owen Van Marder takes it right off the feet of DeLeos, puts it back to Sebastian Lewis, who one-times it up the right side, but unable to keep it in bounds. And right at half field will be a NC Wesleyan throw taken very quickly to the feet of Saltoa, and tried to go back down the wing on the left side, was unsuccessful. It will be a throw-in for the Stormy Peachuels right in front of their own bench. Lucas Brown will take this throw. Three fouls for the Stormy Peachuels to 8 fouls committed by the visiting Battling Bishops. Ball's inside the 18 at the feet of Elliot Hellender for the Battling Bishops. He takes a few touches, goes forward, clears it up the left side, looking for DeLeos. DeLeos gets it off the head, looking for Elizarde. Elizarde is met by Lucas Brown, and Elizarde stays down. Referee will throw up the X to stop the clock, but Elizarde gets right back to his feet very quickly, and we will restart with the ball at the feet of the Battling Bishops. And here we go, back in live action. Monsanto. He's got 3 white shirts around him, and the ball gets taken right off his feet by Greenfield, who goes long immediately looking for Stanley Etienne. Etienne using that big frame, battling Solomon. Looking for some help. He goes far post. Ethan Martinez wide open to the top of the 18. Martinez thought that he was fouled, thought there was a high boot. Referee thought otherwise, and DeLeos uses the body. I'm unsure about that one. He put his body right up under that right hip, kind of hip checked a little bit. Lucas Brown, I thought they were doing the same thing, but Brown goes to the deck, and the official calls for the foul, and it will be a free kick for the Stormy Peachuels, about 2 yards behind the halfway line in their own half. Duncan Smith will take it, drop it back to Lewis, who mishits it and gives it right back to Monsanto. And Monsanto goes centrally, just not on the same page with Elizarde. Not enough discipline right there for Monsanto. Elizarde was clearly offside. He passed it to him anyways and gave it right back to Oglethorpe. Another substitution lined up at halfway for Oglethorpe with just about a minute and a half to go in the first half. Ethan Martinez takes it right off the feet. Took it right off the feet of Saltua, and he thought he got it clean, but you heard the whistle. The referee thought otherwise. Free kick for the Bishops. Panu, defended by Greenfield. And they'll reset in the back with Sheehan, will the Battling Bishops. Rowntree.
1 minute left in the first half.
Goes to DeLeos, trying to go back centrally, looking for Calvo Lavera, but it finds the feet of DeLeos. He goes central, cleared away. DeLeos has been a very bright spot over on that left flank for the visitors, and as I say that, here comes Anthony Rouse. He's got 2 options. He goes to Sanchez down the right side, but Sanchez is going to be offside as the flag goes up, but the official says play on because the Battling Bishops still have possession. Here we go. Rowntree receives it in the middle, turns, finds Elizarde. He finds DeLeos. DeLeos picks his feet up, takes a long distance left-footed shot as he had a wide open Santiago Calvo Lovera down that left flank, and it results in a Peachel goal kick instead, but that will probably be the last play of the first half, as the first half will come to an end as we speak. And as both teams head to their respective benches, we will end the first half with the Oglethorpe Stormy Peachuels on top of the visiting. We are back, and we are ready for the second half of action between the Oglethorpe University Stormy Peachuels and the North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops. Second half is underway. We went to the halftime break with the Stormy Peachuels on top 1-0. They had 5 shots, 1 on target, which was the only goal of the game. Battling Bishops had 6 shots, 2 on target. I think one of the Achilles heels for the visiting team was the fouls committed. They committed 9 fouls in the first half. Coach Bowman will be looking for his squad to clean that up if they want to get right here in the second half. And it looks like Max Diaz Elizarde committed a quick foul here. And the foul is on Owen Van Marter, who is wincing in pain over here on the sideline. That's an injury that Coach Aiken and his Stormy Petros cannot afford. Van Marter seems to be okay. We're ready to go. Free kick taken by Brown. He'll go centrally. Stanley Etienne and Nick Kroll, freshmen from Savannah, Georgia, are going to be playing up top for the home team. I believe there hasn't been any keeper changes between either team. I still see Elliot Hellander in goal, and I believe that's Sebastian Lewis as Delos takes the inline, puts it up top. Unable to find anybody, but it sails to the back post, finds a battling Bishop. That is number 31, Israel Monsanto. He didn't start the game, but he finished it, and he remains in the ball game for Coach Bowman's battling Bishops. The ball's played out here on the left side. Calvo Lovero plays it to Felix Axelson. Axelson's first moments of the ball game. Few substitutions here to start the second half for the visitors. As I say that, Caden Greenfield takes it off the feet, tries to play it up through the middle, looking for Nick Kroll. Hellander read it fairly well and defended very well by Rodriguez. Hellander plays it out to the left side, looking for number 21, Santiago Calvo Lovera. Van Marter got his foot in. Owen Van Marter inside the 18. Beautiful footwork to keep the ball at his feet, but right as he turns to take the shot, Jordy Rodriguez takes it off his foot, and Van Marter is still down in frustration inside the 18. Just hasn't been his afternoon yet. There's still plenty of time remaining in this ball game for Owen Van Marter to get going. Now it's a foot race between Delos and number 19, Daniel Gardner. Gardner wins the race, clears it out for the throw-in, looks back at the official, wanting to make sure he wasn't fouled. And the official says, no, go throw in for the visitors. Throw's taken quickly. Gareth Simers goes inside to Felix. Axelson keeps going farther right. Through ball attempt, looking for Rowntree. Rowntree goes across the middle, looking for Elizarde, cleared away. They want a handball. It had to be a handball in the middle of the box. Looked like it was here for me. And we're going to get a yellow card for, I guess, dissent towards the official for a no call. You can't do that. You can't throw your hands up. You can't show any emotions towards the officials anymore. But thankfully for the battling Bishops, they did win a corner, but they were pleading for a penalty, pleading with the official to blow the whistle for the handball that they saw, and which honestly I thought I saw as well. But the official, only thing he saw was the dissent from Rowntree. Corner, right side, left foot in, swinger off the volley at the back post was Delos, and he got everything that he needed, just couldn't keep it down. And it will be a goal kick for the Stormy Petrels. What a sequence of events that was for the battling Bishops. The ball put back in play from Lewis to the feet of Lucas Brown. Brown goes long through the middle. The deflection goes right into the feet of Nick Kroll. Great transition defense from Joel McGinnis. But it's going to be a foul on Oglethorpe. It's going to be a free kick top of the 18 for the visitors. Wow. In possession for the battling Bishops. Cole Sheehan. He goes up through the middle, finds Axelson. Axelson over to Simers. And then they didn't like what they saw. Great defensive setup there from the Stormy Petrels. It's going to force the battling Bishops to reset. Rodriguez plays it out to Calvo Lovera, back to Rodriguez. He's going to switch it over to the right side. Nice pressure here from Oglethorpe, forcing the ball back to the keeper. Hellander gets a one-time clearance over to the left side. 50-50 ball in the air between Lucas Brown and Delos. It looks like Delos won that battle. Brown hits it out. Battling Bishop throw-in. Van Marder's going to let it ride. He'll pick it up and throw it in for the Stormy Petrels. The captain looking for a man open enough for the throw. He's going to go to Stanley Etienne, right at the edge of the 18. Etienne using that big frame to shield the players off the ball. Van Marder back to Etienne. Etienne keeps swinging further, finds Rouse. Rouse back to Montez. Montez going to carry up the left side. He's looking centrally, though. He finds the feet of Sanchez. Sanchez wanted to go one time into Rouse, but didn't get enough on the pass. Here come the Battling Bishops. Simers looking for Max Diaz. Elizarde. Elizarde into the end. Teen. Almost out of the end zone. Easy for me to say. Nice defensive play there from number 19, Daniel Gardner. Stormy Petrels have a very well-designed defensive schematic setup for this afternoon. Long ball attempt up through the middle, unsuccessful. Looking for Roundtree. He just wasn't on his bike in time. And he goes right into the feet of Hellender. Stepping back into the midfield to ask for the ball was Axelson. He turns and plays a long one, looking for Delos, but Montez able to get ahead on it back to Lewis. Elizarde applying some pressure here, forcing a ball back to Lewis, who one times it clear out of the 18. Andy Sanchez plays it out to the left side. Finds the feet of Caden Greenfield. Greenfield goes to the middle to Etienne, to Stanley Etienne. Great battle between Rodriguez and Etienne. Rodriguez got a foot on it, able to get it cleared away. A couple of players offside for the Battling Bishops. They just were forced to keep themselves out of the attack, and the ball goes back to Sebastian Lewis. Lewis is going to switch fields over to the left side to Greenfield. Greenfield closed down by McGinnis. Goes back to Montez. Montez back to Lewis inside the 18. Beautiful hesitation once again from Sebastian Lewis. He's really, really good with the ball at his feet. And tried to find Stanley Etienne. Etienne flicked it on, but too much of a flick. Right back to the feet of Elliot Hellender. Rowntree flicks it over the top, looking for Elizarde. Elizarde just a few feet offside. Great view from the official on the far side, and great call as the flag goes up and the Stormy Petrels earn another free kick. Nine minutes into the second half, still 1-0 in favor of the Stormy Petrels. But the heart and the desire of this Battling Bishop team might be enough to come back. Here we go, though. Owen Van Marder has something different to say. And just as the ball hits the end line for him to put it up top, it gets knocked out for a corner in favor of the Stormy Petrels. And you can tell the body language from Van Marder, just not his afternoon. But he will take this corner. Corner will be taken from the right side. He's got a right foot, so it's going to be an out swinger. As Lucas Brown heads into the 18 for another body for Van Marder to find. The corner is away, spun inward, top of the 6. Enough room for Mouse. Great defending there from Delos and a big-time clearance from the Battling Bishops. Elizarde's 1v1 with Sebastian Lewis. Lewis has to be careful. He beats Elizarde, but only eligible to get it out for a throw-in. Lewis, about 15, 20 yards out of the goal, making his way back into the 6. Very, very lucky for Sebastian Lewis that the Battling Bishops didn't have an eye for goal right there, or he could have been caught way too far out. Monsanto drops it back to Simers. Simers goes far post, looking for Rowntree. It fails to the feet of Elizarde. He goes right back over the mouth. But on the far side, the official has the flag up for offside. Some very exciting play from both teams. I mean, they are back and forth, 100 miles an hour up the pitch. Got to take your hats off to the defense of each team as the defender climbs up the back of number 12, Nick Kroll, and earns a free kick for the Stormy Petrels. As I say that, they'll send a substitution to the halfway line, ready to check in. They are the Stormy Petrels. Pronouns, pal. Who's going to take this free kick? Looks like Daniel Gardner will step over to the left side and take this free kick. Lots of space over here for Van Marder on the right side. Arm goes up, kick is away, backspin right on the penalty spot, headed away by the Battling Bishops. Rowntree heads it out to the feet of Delos, who looks up, switches it over to the right side. Beautiful ball, brought down out of the air. Monsanto leaves it for Simers. And then the Bishops are going to reset, bring it back once again. Sheehan wants it back. He gets it back. Switches it centrally for Rodriguez, who keeps with the switch. Finds the feet of number 21, Calvo Lovera. Lovera back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez all the way over to the right side. Lots of short passing here for the Battling Bishops. Trying to let something open up in the attacking third. Unsuccessful there. Stanley Etienne brings it down to his feet, lays it off to Van Marder, who's got nothing to go forward. He's forced to go backwards. Ball's at the feet of the goalkeeper, Sebastian Lewis, for the Stormy Petrels. He goes out to the left side of the defense for Gardner. Gardner brings it into the middle, finds Rouse. Rouse will look for Van Marder. Hospital ball, forcing Van Marder to step two to receive the ball as he carries it centrally, switches it over to Monte. Monte to Greenfield. Greenfield immediately defended by McGinnis. He beats McGinnis down the left side. Greenfield just couldn't get his feet in front of the ball as his heel hits it and forces it to go backwards, giving possession back to the Battling Bishops as they put a low, hard line drive down the right flank, looking for Elizarde. Very well read by Luke Montez instead. He awards a throw-in for the Battling Bishops. 32 minutes to go in this ball game. Still 1-0 in favor of the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels. Ball's in possession in favor of the Battling Bishops, but the ball's taken right away from him at the feet of Stanley Etienne. Etienne finds Kroll. Kroll to the feet of Van Marder. Van Marder to the right side to Rouse. Rouse keeps going down the right side to the feet of Kroll. Kroll in a 1v1 battle here with Gareth Simers. And Simers will put his body in between Kroll and the ball and win a goal kick for his team. Two subs here for the home team. Andy Sanchez will get a breather, and so will Nick Kroll. Checking in for the home team, Jackson Biggs coming back onto the pitch. And he's joined by number 18, Luca Orsi. Orsi coming to us as a freshman from Sao Paulo, Brazil. Jose Mourinho once said, you always got to have a good Brazilian on your squad. Let's see if that's the case for Luca Orsi. We're going to have a throw in here for the Stormy Petrels. Or will it be offside? I think it's offside as the official's got a right arm raised in the air. It will be offside. He motions for Lucas Brown. That's it. Can put it down right there. And this is where the free kick will be. About 20 yards behind the half-field line. Ball drops right to the chest of Ora, who delivers it right back to the feet of Gareth Simers, who clears it up. Trying to make some way here for Elizarde. Ball goes back to Lewis. Lewis one-times it to Gardner. Gardner receives, turns, plays a long ball down the left side. Too much backspin, looking for a Greenfield. Etienne got a few options. He goes for a long strike, hits right off the back of newly substituted Lucas Orsi, excuse me. Angelo Nkowski will foul Gareth Simers, and it'll be a Battling Bishop free kick inside the North Carolina Wesleyan half, quickly taken by Rodriguez. And as that kick is taken, Lucas Brown looks to run onto it and immediately pulls up and grabs the back of that left hamstring. And you can see the frustration and the discomfort, and this is not a good sign for the fullback for this Oglethorpe Stormy Petrel team. He has played the entire 60 minutes, and as he went back in transition to run down the ball, he immediately pulls up and grabs the back of that left hamstring. And the trainer is awaiting the word from the official to come on the field and check out the injured Stormy Petrel. As they do this, we also will have a couple of substitutions. Ethan Martinez is just itching to get back onto the field. We'll see who the subs will be. In the meantime, the trainer's jogging onto the pitch to take a look at the injured Lucas Brown. I mean, it's no secret what the injury is. It's definitely a left hamstring injury. The only question is, how severe is it? As we see Reese Pollard and Ethan Martinez at the halfway line looking to check back in, but Lucas Brown is in no rush to exit the field as he is grimacing in pain. I'll tell you what, guys, it's going to be a big loss for Coach Aiken's team, because this kid has been, like I said, a very bright spot in the defensive part of this ball game for the home team. And the clock was stopped with about 29 minutes remaining. What a game it's been so far between these two teams. Oglethorpe still maintain that 1-0 lead thanks to Ethan Martinez. Martinez put the ball in the back of the net for the home team with just 12 minutes into the game. 8 shots for the Battling Bishops, 5 shots for the Stormy Petrels, 2 on goal for the visitors, 1 on goal for the home team. Okay, so Lucas Brown will exit, and I believe he will be replaced by Reese Pollard, who was being checked in anyways. You got to think what rotten luck that is for Lucas Brown, especially if he was going to be the one to be substituted out. Unfortunate for him. Reese Pollard into the ball game. And did they bring in Martinez? He's still waiting at the halfway line to be subbed in. Reese Pollard was an injury substitution, therefore he was allowed on immediately. And we are back underway. Beautiful ball, far post, being brought down. Shot on goal. Well done there by Israel Monsanto. Didn't get everything that he was hoping to get, as the ball goes right into the arms of Sebastian Lewis, who puts it down and one-times it to Luke Montez. Greenfield storming down that left flank. Tries to play it centrally. Deflects off of McGinnis. Gets it back. Beats McGinnis again. Now they're battling over in that left corner. Beautiful turn there by Orsi. Lucas Orsi plays it. Looking for Stanley. He's got Van Marder at the back post. Well defended once again from the Battling Bishops. This time Santiago Calvo Lovera. And gives it right back to Oglethorpe. You got to think, if the Battling Bishops, once they get the ball back in transition, just calm down. They're making way too many fast plays here, and the result is giving the ball right back to the home team, who have the lead. Rouse plays it back to Pollard. Pollard finds Gardner. Gardner beats Elizarde, continues up the pitch in the middle, beats another man. Tries to go a little flick over the leg of the central defender, unsuccessful. Here come the Battling Bishops. Rowntree wants the through ball, and he gets it. Rowntree's in behind the defense. Shot on goal, goes to the left side. Sebastian Lewis didn't even have enough time to hit the deck to make the save, and the Battling Bishops tie it up at the foot of Tom Rowntree. It's 1-1.
Goal for North Carolina Wesleyan by number 9.
What a play. Finally, the counterattack is successful for the visitors, and they tie this one up with plenty of time remaining in the ball game. And strap in, folks. We've got a remainder on our hands. Just 27.5 to go. As it looks like we have another substitution here. And there is a substitution. Stanley Etienne exits the game in lieu for Ethan Martinez. So we've got Martinez, Biggs, and Lucas Orsi playing up top for the home team. What a beautiful pass from Felix Axelson to find Tom Rowntree, who was just able to sneak in behind that defense for the first time all night. And coming on the field for Oglethorpe for the first time tonight will be Shamu Shashu. He will be playing in the middle of, or actually, he's out here on the right side. Elizarde, defended by Pollard. Pollard doing a great job. Now the ball's at the feet of Rouse. Rouse has got Greenfield wide open on the left side. He's going to draw the man, drew the man in, finds the feet of Greenfield. Greenfield's had some success against Guinness. He goes into the middle, finds the head of Martinez. Ball goes far post to Shamush. Orsi looking for Biggs, who was offside. Jackson Biggs was offside regardless. Great playing, though, from the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels. Great passes, great ball into the middle. Just unfortunate for Biggs. Offside, but missed it anyways. And you can tell what Lucas Orsi brings onto the field. A very different type of player than we've seen. Very cool, very calm, very collected, very confident. As Rowntree wanted a through ball, but Delos just didn't run. Lewis draws in Delos to the top of the 18, then picks the ball up. Still plenty of time remaining here in the ball game. We're 64 in. Long punt there from Lewis. Can Martinez sneak his way in? Nice backheel clearance there from Sheehan. Gives it back to Greenfield, but Greenfield gets stripped by Axelson. Axelson dancing in the midfield. Lays it off for McGinnis, who goes long down the right flank. On the ball for the Stormy Petrels is Reese Pollard. He's being very well defended by Elizarde, who takes it right off his feet. Elizarde goes centrally to Monsanto. Monsanto back to Simers. Simers unable to keep it in bounds, and it will be a goal kick for the Stormy Petrels, who in fact have a substitution at the halfway line looking to check in. And getting a break for the first time tonight will be Anthony Rouse. Rouse is a graduate student from Albany, New York. And taking his place, checking back in, will be number 10, Christian Watson. Let's see where Watson will play. Looks like he's going to play in the middle of the field in like a number 10 role. Or he may be the second striker alongside Biggs, but I doubt that. Coming right in the game, Watson brings the ball down out of the air from the punt and immediately comes out to the right side. Goes into the middle for Nkosi, Nkolis. Martinez from Watson. Beautiful ball. Shamush back out to Watson. Watson goes into the middle. Deflection in favor of Oglethorpe. The ball's played across the middle. Far post, no, great save from Elliot Hellender. We've got an injury on the field. Number 21, Santiago Cabo Lavera, down for the Battling Bishops. And it looks like the ball just bounced right off of his stomach and took the breath right out of the kid. Bless his heart. I mean, that is, I don't care how big, how bad you are. You get shot right there in the gut, you're going down. Once again, folks, thank you so much for joining me wherever it is you may be. What a ball game we have on our hands right now. Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels, North Carolina Wesleyan Battling Bishops 1-1 with just under 24 to go in the ball game. very entertaining. What a great matchup as well. I mean, both teams, it's like a 50-50 battle. I mean, there's like, on paper, Oglethorpe would seem, to be the better team, but once you get the ball playing on the field, Battling Bishops are giving this Stormy Petrel team all that they can handle. Great move there for Montez. Finds Biggs in the middle. Biggs back to Montez. Now finds Martinez in the middle. Martinez with a 1v1 header opportunity with the goalkeeper, and he's going to foul Elliott Handler, and it will be a free kick for the visiting team inside their own 6-yard box. And you can hear that wind pick back up. It feels awfully good out here right now. Still not a single cloud in the sky here in Brookhaven, Georgia. And there's going to be a little jersey tug there at the hands of Israel Monsanto. Free kick here for the Stormy Petrels. As I say that, 2 substitutions make their way to the center field line for the Battling Bishops. I believe one of those is going to be Mikkel Christensen. Need to get that big body back in the ball game. The official steps on the field to mark the ball off correctly. I'm sorry, I've never seen that. Free kick here for Montez. Left foot. In swings, far post. Looking for Biggs. Gets a head on it. And just wasn't able to direct the head on goal. Cleared away. Right back to the feet of Angelo and Koski. Koski back to Montez. Montez goes far post. Looking for Biggs. Hellender comes off the line. Makes the save and gets a quick, high, deep punt. Looking for Elizarde. Bounces to Delos. Bounces over the head of Van Marder, who's able to spin and get a kick overhead to clear it away. Back to Nkasi. Back to Watson in the middle of the field, who's going left. Finds Orsi. Orsi out to Greenfield, who's 1v1 with McGinnis again. Greenfield takes the inline. Puts it up top. Goes far post. He's got Shamouche, but unable to keep it in bounds. And it will be a Battling Bishop goal kick as those 2 subs make their way back onto the field. And we will see Max Diaz Elizarde step off alongside Gareth Simers. And I was correct with Mikkel Christensen checking back in. And I'll let you know who else came in alongside Christensen as soon as I can figure it out. Heavy touch there from Van Marder. That allows Saltoa. That's who checked in. It was Nicholas Saltua. He actually finds the ball back at his feet. Got a wide open Delos on the far post. He finds him. Delos inside the 18. Delos goes near post, 2 hands, but it goes over the bar from Sebastian Lewis. He's lucky that goal wasn't about 6 inches higher. It would have flew through his arms into the back of the net. Instead, it's going to be a corner on the left side for the visiting team. Here's the kick. Beautifully done. Far post, headed away by Oglethorpe, but right back in the middle of the air. Joel McGinnis, volley attempt. Bounces off Biggs. Right back to Rodriguez. Rodriguez looks up, plays the ball into the 18. Pollard heads it away. Greenfield watching it, bounces in his favor. He leaves it to Watson. Watson goes back to Lewis, who's going to be forced to clear at one time and gets his weak foot on it, but thankfully it goes right through the leg of Mikkel Christensen, and it's going to allow Greenfield to get some possession. Finds Shamouche. Beautiful ball. Over the head, it's going to be offside. Martinez just a bit offside. And there's a little bit of a skerfuffle here inside the 18 between number 66, Cole Sheehan, and Martinez. Referee's got to do actually, he's done a fine job this entire game and doing an even better job of getting control of whatever that was on the field between those 2 players. They shake hands. They're back at it. We're good to go. 19 minutes remaining in this incredible ball game. The score is 1-1. Stormy Petrels went into the halftime break with the 1-0 lead. The Battling Bishops came out flying in the second half. Rowntree able to tie it up. Another substitution here for the visitors. And checking back in will be the captain defender Dan Post. And he'll give Rowntree a breather, much deserved. The lone goal scorer on the night for the visitors. Delos has some space out here on the left side. He's defended by Rouse. Oh, excuse me. That's Sean Litt, who has just checked in for the Stormy Petrels. Sean Litt from Yokohama, Japan, getting some minutes this afternoon. Oh, nice foul in the middle of the field. Referee says play on, though. And we got some action here. We got to get control of this thing. Tell you what, Christian Watson, if there were some cameras for instant replays, there possibly could be a red card for him. He nails up and throws a kick while on the ground. And the officials are deliberating in the middle of the field here. Man, this is crazy. We saw a little kerfuffle just a few minutes ago, and Christian Watson gets a yellow, and Coach Bowman over there for the Battling Bishops wants a red card. I mean, he's got a point, but instead, Christian Watson is unfortunately awarded a yellow card. Battling Bishops bench and coaching staff are not happy with what just partook on the field. All right, so it's going to be a free kick for the Battling Bishops. Just under 18 to go in the ball game. And I tell you what, this is such a fun game. You know, I'm not a fan of all the fighting and whatnot, but you can't help sometimes, you know, tensions boil over, emotions run high. Free kick, Rodriguez into the 18. Cleared away by Montez, but right back in the feet of Dan Post. Puts it back in the middle, cleared away by Pollard. And as Watson made an attempt, he slips out on his heels. I've never seen that before. McGinnis tries to go centrally with it, but Lucas Orsi gets a body on it and forces a corner kick for the visiting team. And Luca Orsi showing some emotion. He's hyped up. Oh, it's a throw-in, excuse me. Thought it was a corner. Post being ran down by Martinez. Found the feet of Calvo Olivera, but he gives it right back to Nkosi, who's fouled. You can hear this Stormy Petrel crowd trying to get behind their players. It's going to be a free kick here for Sean Litt, right in front of me on the right side. Litt plays it over to the left side for Watson. One times it's centrally looking for Orsi, but it's shot up straight in the air, brought down by Martinez. Martinez defended by Mudd. Martinez finds Watson. Watson back to Martinez. He's now closed down by Axelson. Martinez switches it far post. He's got Shamouche. Nice move, beautiful move. Nkosi leaves it via dummy, but there was no one there on the other side. Shashu playing fantastic since he's entered the game for Oglethorpe. Watson down the left flank, plays it in the middle, looking for Biggs. Bounces in the 6. They want a handball. Stormy Petros claim a handball. Referee says play on. Nkosi. Back to Shashu. Shashu back to Lit. Lit goes far post, cleared away by Mudd. Shashu is really playing fantastic. What a move that was to leave his man in the dust. Cabo Oliveira has been playing fantastic defensively, but not right there. And here comes Watson on the left side. Having his way with Joel McGinnis. Plays it across the middle, cleared away. Biggs tries to carry it back in the 18. He wants a foul. Referee's right there. He says play on. Counterattack for the visitors. Jack Mudd almost gets the ball taken off his feet by Nkosi. Still keeps possession, goes into the middle for Christensen. Christensen goes all the way out to Monsanto. Monsanto's got plenty of time as he's defended by Greenfield. Beautiful move from Israel Monsanto. Takes the inline. He's inside the 18, goes in the middle, cleared away by Oglethorpe. Horsey has got to do a quicker job of getting the ball out of the 18. Finds Watson. Watson is just he's so elusive. He's not the biggest guy on the field. Oh my gosh, the agility and the elusiveness is almost impossible to put him down. 50-50 ball brought down by Orsi. Beautiful back heel to flip it over two of those battling Bishop defenders. Still on the feet of Orsi, goes through the legs and knocked out of bounds by Jack Mudd. Throw in for the home team, but we've got substitutions for both squads. Delos is going to get a break. And I think that is Isek Panayu checking back in for the battling Bishops. Angelo Nkoski will get a breather. And I think Anthony Rouse checks back in for Oglethorpe. Rouse in possession. Finds Greenfield. Greenfield back to Lit. Nice hesitation from Lit. Goes centrally to Ethan Martinez. The goal scorer for the Stormy Petrels carries the ball, but he's going to be fouled. And we're going to get another yellow card. This time they will be delivered to number 6, Captain Dan Post for the visitors. And it'll be a free kick for Oglethorpe. I'm not going to say in good positioning because it's about 45, maybe 50 yards out. But you can put some players in the box and make things a little bit difficult for Elliot Hellender, who still remains in the goal for the battling Bishops. 13:44 to go. 1-1. Oglethorpe with a free kick opportunity, dead center of the field. Right about 50 yards out. Here's the free kick. Rouse with the delivery. Looking for Biggs. And Biggs just not big enough as it sails over the goal line for another battling Bishop goal kick. Goalkeeper takes it fast, plays it over the goal mouth to Post. Post clears it up right through the middle. Nice turn by Jack Mudd. Mudd's got plenty of space. He goes long, looking for Panu. And Lewis steps off the goal line to make a clearance. You got to think, Post keeps that on his feet for about 5 more seconds. Could have spelled some dangerous times for the battling Bishops. Post looks up. Plays a beautiful ball to Isaac Panu. Brings it down inside the 18. Defended by Watson. Goes back to McGinnis. McGinnis plays it far post. Once again, goes through the gloves of Sebastian Lewis, and Lewis turns to the goalpost again in frustration. That's the second time the ball has sailed right through his mittens, and it's going to be a corner from the left side for the battling Bishops. .12.5 to go. Felix Axelson taking the corner. It's from the left side. He's got a right foot. It's going to in-swing. Here we go. The delivery. Far post. Headed away by Biggs, who gets clambered right in the kidneys and instantly goes down inside the 18 and is awarded a free kick. Whether it was real or whether it was fake, it was a great play there from the big center forward for the Oglethorpe University Stormy Petrels. They've got 2 substitutions lined up here, waiting to come on. One looks to be Owen Van Marter, and the other, I believe, is Stanley Etienne. Stanley Etienne, an Atlanta, Georgia native. Nice flick there from Orsi. Can he stay on his feet? And unable to do so was Christian Watson as he was in behind that defense. Coach Aiken wants a foul as he's standing with his arms wide open. The official disagrees. Here come the Battling Bishops out here on the left side. John Hassan being chased down by Shamouche. Shamouche able to get in, but he's going to be foul. He says shoulder to shoulder. And Shamouche Ashu will commit the foul on Solomon. Excuse me, on Hassan. You know, it's going to be a free kick on the left side for the visitors with a chance to take the lead. One, two, three, four, five, 6 blue shirts in the box. This one goes near post and almost gets into that far post. Sebastian Lewis kept his eye on it. Dan Post with a mini flick to the back post, almost giving the visitors the lead. Lewis puts the ball on the ground and carries it up the field. You got to think, with the way he's got a punt, you would just push this one in the air because he gives it right back to the Battling Bishops. But Shashu goes into the middle looking for Biggs, cleared away by Post. Back to the feet of Saltua. Saltua goes out wide right looking for Panu, and it will go out for a Stormy Petrel throw-in. Checking out will be Jackson Biggs. He'll be replaced by Stanley Etienne, and Shashu will exit as well, and Greenfield will come over from the left side, and now he will be playing as either the right wing back or the right winger. And Van Marter will take his place. It looks like he's going to play in the middle and try and direct traffic. Just want to get the ball at his feet. Ball is being chased down by Lovero, able to keep it in bounds. He's going to clear it up the left flank. This one's going to be one out of the air by Axelson. He tries to go long for Christensen. Reese Pollard gives it back to Lewis. Lewis clears it over to the left side, finds the feet of Christian Watson. Watson goes back centrally, defended by Panu. He's going to receive a foul, and it could be a yellow card. The referee went to his pocket, but he didn't take anything out. It's going to be a free kick for Oglethorpe, but he does warn Isak Panu. You got one more. 9 minutes to go. 1-1. Oglethorpe University, North Carolina Wesleyan, battling it out right here at the Stormy Petrel home. Thank you so much for joining me wherever you may be. My name is Drew Dickinson for Soccer Down Here. This is our second doubleheader of the afternoon. If you're just now joining me, earlier this morning we saw the Wisconsin Lutheran Warriors lose 6-0 to the Emory Eagles as Roundtree's inside the 18, takes a few touches, drops it back to Greenfield. He hesitates, comes back to Litt. Litt one times at far post, beautifully done. Nobody's there. Watson keeps it in bounds, tries to volley it back centrally, and instead he's going to hit it over the goal line, which will result in a goal kick for NC Wesleyan. Hellander will take the goal kick. Gonna loop it up. Santiago Calvo Lavera heads it down. Deflects off of Oglethorpe. Throw in. He'll take the throw. Finds Christensen. Greenfield's attempt to keep it in bounds was unsuccessful as he tries to launch it down the right wing. It goes out for another Battling Bishop throw-in. Mikael Christensen got the nudge in the back there from Sean Litt. Referee says play on. It'll be a throw-in for the home team. No subs. Well, as I say that, 2 substitutions are walking to the halfway line for the Battling Bishops. One looks to be Elizarde. Unsure who the other is. I'll let you know as soon as I do. But as I was saying, there were no subs, but now there are. But no one is sitting down on either sideline. Only people sitting down are the coaching staff for the Stormy Peaches. Other than that, every player and every other coach is standing up and just enjoying this incredible soccer game that we have at our hands this afternoon. Greenfield goes low and near post looking for a cutting Ethan Martinez. Didn't cut hard enough, right into the gut of Elliot Hellender. Hellender will roll it out quickly to post. Santiago Calvo Lovera plays it down the left wing, but offside, says the official on the far side. John Hassan just got a little too excited. Free kick here for Oglethorpe. This is going to be taken by Litt. And the Stormy Peaches are playing 3 up top, and it looks like they're using Owen Van Marter as that number 10, who's playing right behind that front 3. Martinez faces the goal, finds the feet of Van Marter. Van Marter looks up, plays it out to Sean Litt. Litt goes back centrally. Nice move as he cuts it back outside, leaves Hassan in the dust, looks up, goes far post, plays a beautiful ball. 3 white shirts in the 18. Unable to make any magic happen, cleared away by the Battling Bishops. Isak Panu in possession, storming down the Battling Bishop right side. Goes in the middle, hospital ball, cleared away by Reese Pollard for the Stormy Petrels. Rodriguez one times out of the air to McGinnis. McGinnis' heavy touch results in Lucas Orsi playing it out. Battling Bishop throwing. Here come the subs. Or will we wait? Yep, here they come. We got 3 now. All right, looks like one is Delos. He'll come in for Hassan. And Christensen will exit alongside Jack Mudd. And they will make way for Rowntree and Max Diaz Elizarde. Elizarde, excuse me. As I say that, Elizarde gets the ball at his feet, goes in the middle for the goal scorer. Rowntree goes far post. Tom Rowntree receives it at the top of the 18, turns, puts it left foot far post, and puts the Battling Bishops up 2-1 with just 4 minutes and 49 seconds to go in the ball game. He enters the game within seconds. He receives, turns, beats Sean Litt, and then beats Sebastian Lewis far post for his 2nd goal of the afternoon. My gosh, what a ball game. I cannot explain how incredibly beautiful that was for the visiting squad. Great substitutions from Coach Bowman. Let's see what Coach Aiken and his Stormy Petrels have left in the tank. Coach Bowman brings back in Rowntree, Elizarde, and Delos with 5 minutes to go. And within 10 seconds, literally 10 seconds, they find the back of the net and the lead for the first time this afternoon. Christian Watson in possession on the left side, battling against Joel McGinnis. Watson goes centrally, then pops it back outside, puts his foot on the ball, rolls over it a few times. Now he goes forward, finds Owen Van Marter in the middle, just a bit too heavy. And Rodriguez clears it away for the Battling Bishops, but it goes right back to Reese Pollard. Reese Pollard now wearing the captain's armband, anchoring the central of the defense. Goes long, looking for Martinez, but Hellender is going to let it bounce and use the clock to his advantage and just pounce right on top of the ball. Big punt from Elliot Hellender. 50-50 battle. Reese Pollard trying to find Rouse. Fortunately finds the feet of Van Marder. Nobody else on the pitch you want to have the ball at their feet. He finds Stanley Etienne. Etienne 1v1 with Jordy Rodriguez. Rodriguez wins that battle phenomenally, gets a right foot in and pokes it away from Etienne. Be a throw-in on the far side as it looks like Etienne is down injured. Didn't really see anything. He's being attended to as we speak by the training staff. Again, something that Coach Aiken not any coach can afford is another injury so early on in the season. He is helped off the field by the trainer. I have yet to see who checked in for him. There's a lot of players were on the sideline. I apologize, I'm not sure, but out goes Stanley Etienne. All right, we're back in action here. 3 minutes, 15 seconds to go in the game. Here comes Panu, and Sean Litt gets a foot in just in time to knock it out, and it will be a throw-in for the visitors. And the visitors are in no rush to go forward. Only thing they're in a rush for is to find an open man and find space. And they go back to Dan Post. He gets a one-time clearance, deflects off Martinez, but luckily the bounce goes the Battling Bishop way. Looked like a high kick, but they're going to give it to the Battling Bishops. It's going to be a free kick right below the half-field line. Rouse came in a bit too rambunctious there. Dan Post lines up this free kick. Doesn't really need to do much, but he goes forward. On the left side, looking for Panu. He does. That's Dalo. Dalo brings it down out of the air beautifully. He's defended by Greenfield. The ball is in the corner, and it's going to be knocked off of Dalo by Greenfield. Well done. Goal kick for the Stormy Petrels. They got a substitution lined up at halfway, and that's going to be Angelo Nkowski checking back in. And Greenfield will head off. Coaches are hammering the official about the clock being stopped. Listen, the official time is on the field, no matter what that scoreboard says. Lewis, clearance up the middle, looking for Biggs, goes right over his head, right off the chest of Martinez. Martinez gets the ball ripped off his feet by Nicholas Saltua. Panu, great battle on that right side with Luke Montez. And that Battling Bishop sideline is not happy. The official gives the foul to the home team. So entertaining, folks. Thank you so much for sticking with us. After the first game ending in a 6-0 win for Emory, we deserved an incredible battle. No pun intended. Sebastian Lewis out of his goal to take this free kick almost at half field.
1 minute left in
Puts
the
some
game.
backspin on it. Goes into the 18. Biggs goes up for it. Looking for Pollard. Pollard knocks it back to Orsi. Orsi with a shot on goal. Cleared off the 6-yard line by Mudd, excuse me. We're going to get, looks like we may get another yellow card. This time it's going to be awarded to, is that Orsi? Or is that Montez? I think that's going to be, I believe that was Luke Montez who receives a yellow card. 45 seconds to go in the game. Oglethorpe have to muster up whatever they have left in the tank. Rodriguez on the free kick goes deep down the right flank. Headed back up into the Stormy Petrel territory by Montez. He finds Watson. Watson goes centrally to Rouse. Rouse immediately goes up the middle once again to Martinez. Martinez drops it back to Owen Van Mater. Van Mater cuts it back inside. Lifts it up, goes far post looking for Watson. Cleared away by the battling Bishops. Sean Litt heads it back into the danger zone. Cleared away by the battling Bishops. Santiago Calvo-Olivera clears it away. Headed back in by Reese Pollard. 10 seconds to go in this ball game.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That's going to be it. Oglethorpe at the buzzer. Sean Litt flies one into the 18. Looking for Jackson Biggs. He gets a head on it, and he saves it at the death, does Elliot Hellender. And that's going to do it for our second game of our doubleheader this afternoon. What a battle that was between the Oglethorpe Stormy Petrels and the North Carolina.